digs at Camilla, and I know some gross stuff's coming. I've seen previews. But right now it's Charles especially. Now, saying that, I'm going to start this review off by saying he kicks this part of the book off by talking shit about William, Prince of Wales. Basically, he's saying that William abandons the never complain, never explain of it all. All right. So my first note here is, okay, so Omid has spent the prologue in chapter 1 saying, you know, since the queen passed, the oh no, the monarchy is going to have to change, the royal family is going to have to change, you know, it's getting dated, right? So he called the monarchy dated, and William tries to change things up exactly by what Omid's saying, and yet you're criticizing him? Okay, again, I really think I think Omid is a puppet for these two. We've been through it. And I feel like this is just Harry with his anger, jealousy, envy, whatever you want to call it, and his weird grievances that he keeps a list of, right? Written in crayon. And this is just him. This is what we're getting on these pages right here. So continuing on to page 48, we get into William, and it says that William ignored King Charles' advice, and it goes into him letting bravado obscure judgment. So he's claiming that William is in this for the bravado, and I say, again, what? Have you not noticed Harry and Meghan do everything for attention? William just doesn't strike me as that kind. I mean, we learned of him going for a jog in New York City. We don't have pictures of it, but we learned about it, right? And yet, if it had been Harry and Meghan, it would have been a near catastrophic car chase. There would have been pictures. There would have been a big blinking deal made out of it. But William just doesn't seem to operate like that. These claims are so asinine. Continuing on. So page 49, he talks bad about King Charles and literally says that Charles has an inability to convene and command his own family. Okay. He's saying that in regards to Harry and Meghan. So that's the point. That's where I'm really pissed off. I mean, so many reasons, but one of the things that's really ticking me off about this book, there is no holding Harry and Meghan accountable at all for any of their actions. They can do no wrong. Of course, we know this by how they feel and how they portray themselves, but it's so wild to see it through Omid's point of view. Drinking whatever they're selling. I don't know what the phrase is, but you know what I mean? Like, he's just blindly following them and pushing their agenda, if you ask me. So I find it so weird that, again, I don't find it weird. He's their puppet. It's just what he does. But I'm saying it's just weird to see it. There's something about seeing this in print, and I'm not recommending you buy this book, but I'm just telling you, take my word on it. It's weird to see how he just takes all these digs over and over, especially at King Charles, but he's not recognizing that it's Harry and Meghan that have caused all this controversy and caused King Charles and Prince William, etc., to react to things that they have done. Instead, he focuses on reactions. And so that's why I say this book is bullshit. We know this. Continuing on, he couldn't stop gushing about Spare. Again, on page 49, he calls it a full, unvarnished story of the family's fractures and talks, I'm not kidding you guys, I cannot make this stuff up. He calls it, quote, historical record. He talks about being a historical record. No. It's, I've said before, I'm actually glad that Harry put some of that stuff in print because it's a historical record of the lies that they continue to tell, the grievances that Harry continues to hold on to with no explanation or no backstory. It's just it's like him in court. I think about that a lot. Like when they asked him, Harry, what proof do you have? And he's like, it's just a feeling I have. Harry is just like that. I don't want to call him an immature child because that's letting him off the hook too easily. I think he's got some serious issues, truthfully. I think they both do. I think all three of them do, actually. But I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose. Let's keep going. So he spins it, again, going back, he's talking about the spare as part of a historical record. Spins it as Charles then avoiding Harry and not wanting to discuss this. Could it be that Harry did wrong here by airing the family laundry? And I don't believe anything that Harry says. Let me put that out there. But even if it's kind of true, some of it, is this the place to do it, to air it to everybody, to say all these horrible things about your family and then act surprised when they don't want to talk to you? That's just how Harry, Meghan, and now Omid operate. They act like it's a shock, and then they blame the royal family for not wanting to talk to Harry after that. Page 50, they continue to, I don't know, kiss Harry's ass. It's really weird because he goes into making Harry the, quote, bigger person. So again, Harry did nothing wrong, according to Omid, Harry, and Meghan. Harry did nothing wrong. He had no part to play in this rift with the family. They try to paint him as a bigger person. If he says it enough, we'll believe it, right? Yeah, right. And if he didn't reach out, there wouldn't be progress. That's what Omid says. Can you believe this? The audacity. And if you watch Real Housewives, you understand that Ramona Singer says the audacity of these three. But I'm talking about especially Harry and Meghan, and not taking any responsibility or accountability for any of their actions whatsoever. It's all about how the royal family reacted to them and then using it against them as a sign that the royal family is what? ENDGAME? Failing? He can't even make a logical argument, so I'm having trouble breaking it down because there is no logic to this. There is none. Omid claims that Harry and Meghan would try to share issues with the royal family, but that aides would muddy the truths. Again, haven't we heard this song and dance from them before? This is the same crap that Harry pulled when he talked about the Queen and the Sandringham Summit. I think about that a lot. He tries to take... It pissed me off so bad because the Queen was very much a part, everything we've heard from every book we've read, the Queen was very much a part of that Sandringham Summit. But Harry painted her as this feeble, elderly lady incapable of making decisions and led around by her aides. And now he's doing that via Omid with King Charles. And he's saying that these aides muddy the truths. I'm sorry, I would never look to Harry, Meghan, or Omid for any kind of quote-unquote truth. They don't know truth. It doesn't exist with them. They just go by things like their truth. All right, so then this chapter ends. You ready to get real pissed? Me too. All right. Oh, yeah, that means something different in UK. I don't mean drunk. I mean mad. All right, ready to get real mad? Me too. This chapter ends by trying to paint Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. I always get comments on how I say Edinburgh. You have to give me a break. I'm American. I'm not from these places. I'm trying my best. All right. I'm not the enemy here. Omid, Harry, and Meghan are. Okay. They try to paint Sophie a certain way. You know where I'm going with this. Because she responded, Oprah who? And this is according to Omid. So I don't even believe that she did. But let's say she did. Here's my question for you. Why is it different that Sophie allegedly responded, Oprah who, then when Meghan played dumb in front of the world and was like, who's has? And pretended to not know the royal family. Obviously, we know that's BS, but go with me on this journey. How is that different? How is what Sophie said different? It's not. Sophie's actually makes more sense to me than Meghan's does. I'm just saying. We can split hairs on who's more famous, but come on, it's the royal family. It's the Queen. Meghan played pretend that she didn't know how to curtsy. You know what I mean? And who was who in the royal family? I mean, come on. And Harry's just sitting next to her making this stupid face, trying to buy it hook, line, and sinker. It's ridiculous.